Hello friends, Tanya here, and I'm doing another video with some Spellbinders Glimmer hot foil plates. This set is called You Are My Home, and it came out in May 2021 with the Sweet Cardlets 2 release. And it has several plates and 2 coordinating dies and 3 sentiments that are 2-piece. There's a cursive word and a type or a printed sentiment that goes with each of those. You could mix and match those if you wanted. Here are the 3 that I'm going to use on the first card, and I foiled those in pink and aura and probably prism also. I'm going to pull out this die from one of our past Glimmer of the Month kits, and this fits perfectly. I'm going to use that to trim out the sub-sentiment for this. I am going to do some partial die cutting here. See how I've lined the plates over the die incompletely because I don't want it to cut all of the die lines. Now I'm going to line that back up, making sure the die edges slip back into the grooves that have already been cut. And I'm going to put that plate over the top and run it through again, and I'll have a complete and beautiful die cut sentiment. You can do that with any of the dies in your stash. Now I'm going to take one of the trickier foils to work with. This happens to be the Scattered Hearts background die that came out, I believe, in January. And I'm going to make sure to put the Opal foil down with the right side to the foil as I lay it on top of the cardstock on top. Now the way I remember that is to make sure that when I'm taking it off the roll, I lay it down as it comes off the foil roll, and the side that's been to the inside of the foil roll is the side that is the wrong side, quote unquote. Then I took one of the dies, the heart dies from that previous Glimmer foil kit, and I die cut a heart from some masking paper. And I was going to peel the sticky off and put that down on top of the foiled paper, but then I realized that would be a mistake because sticky will take off your foil or dull it, and we didn't want to do that. I'm using some Kitsch Flamingo and Candy Apple Red Distress inks. These are not the oxides, these are the distress inks. I wanted the more vibrant color, and I'm stenciling over the top, and I am doing just a smidge of pearlized water over the top of that. I wanted to make this heart really stand out without making it another layer. I'm also going to use the same mask on the inside of this mini slimline card, which is 3 inches by 6 inches. It was a 6 by 6 inch piece of cardstock that I scored at 3 inches to create this card base. And it's a nice heavyweight cardstock. I believe it's like 110 pound cardstock. Maybe it's 100 pound. And I've taken some coaster blanks and put those on the back of this panel. And that panel is 2 3/4 by 5 3/4. And I'm going to adhere that to the card base. I've also taken coaster blank and put those on the back of these different pieces that I've foiled and die cut. And I'm not even adding any color to the house. You sure could, but I'm going to keep that fairly simple. Adding a little glue to that heart, and it's going to be coming out. It kind of reminds me of a heart coming out of a chimney. It's coming from the peak of the house here, but that's kind of the feeling I was going for. I'm going to glue the rest of that sentiment directly under the house on without any coaster blank behind it. No extra dimension on that particular piece. I've pulled out all of these these gems from Spellbinders. These are fairly new too. They've only been out for a couple of months. And there are a lot of gems on each of these cards, and they're very affordable. I really like these. There's 2 tones or looks for each of the colors of gems. I think I'm using, gosh, I can't tell from here. I'm using one of them, but there's 3 different versions. There's a gold, a silver, and a clear mix. Now we're going to move on to the second card. I've pulled some paper from the March 2021 card kit of the month, and I have foiled these pieces. The heart, excuse me, the house scene, the neighborhood scene was done in Sky Bright, and the outside of it, the scalloped or postage card background border was done in Espresso bean. And I believe the sentiments, no, maybe I did them in Moondust. The blue, it might be Moondust. It might be Sky Bright, but it might be Moondust. I can't tell from the small picture I'm seeing. I also took the Hemstitch, I believe this is the Hemstitch rectangles, and die cut the cardstock. It looks like a wood grain to me, that I had glued to a piece of lightweight cardstock, and then die cut that to fit an A2 card. So that's 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 inch card base. And this is just a smidge smaller than that, so probably 4 inch by 5 inch. We're going to adhere this foiled neighborhood that I popped up with a little bit of coaster blank. And we're going to do the same with these sentiments that I trimmed out to fit on the card also. This makes a really super quick and simple card also. I think all of the foiling adds such an impact. You can just do a card with foiling and some simple die cutting. Next, we're going to use some paper from the April 2021 card kit of the month. And I'm just trying to decide which of these pink papers I'm going to use. And I go with the one with daisies. Looks so fresh and spring-like. I really love it. And we're also going to use this past Glimmer of the Month kit, which has these scalloped frames. I am also making another slimline, mini slimline card here. And this panel is 2 3/4 by 5 3/4 again. I'm going to use the polished brass foil this time. I just trimmed out a piece to fit directly under that scalloped frame. And this scalloped frame glimmer kit is actually set up to work for, or designed to work with, A2 card sizes. But this frame works well on a mini slim line also. Does anybody else almost say slime line? I do have grandkids that love slime. Maybe that's part of it. But I do mean slimline. We're also going to add this house right in the middle of that frame. I do love that house image. And I don't know about you, but there are so many people in my family and immediate circle who have bought new homes or different homes or are first-time buyers. There's so many people buying houses right now. I don't know if this is perfect timing or if it just happened to be the case that Spellbinders decided to come out with this neighborhood themed glimmer foil kit. If you have a bunch of new neighbors or people that you know that are just moving, this might be the perfect glimmer hot foil kit for you. I know I'm going to share some of these cards with the realtor that's working with a family member of mine. This is beautiful. I love this home is where the heart is, which makes it a not moving card. And here are all 3 of the cards that I created today. I do include close-ups in each of my videos so you get a good look. And I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, now would be a good time. And if you are interested in any of the products that I used today, check the description box below. There will be links in a list for you to use. If you do choose to purchase using one of those links, I do get a small commission, and it helps me continue to make more videos for you. Until next time, bye-bye.